Wait a minute.
A few moments later. Meanwhile. Meanwhile.